Hey, this is Victor Antonio, and welcome to Back to the Sales Board, where we get back to the sales basics. So today I want to let's talk about the sales process and developing a sales process. Question I get a lot. Now, there's two types of sales process. Let's begin with a B2B, that's a two right there, B2B sales process. Now, B2B stands for business to business. So if you're a business selling to another business, this is probably what your sales process might look like. Now, first of all, we got to find the right prospects, right? That's usually the first part. Find the right prospects after we qualified them. If you saw my video, the sales funnel, you'll know what I'm talking about. Then after we find the prospect, we're going to try to set up our first meeting, right? And in that first meeting, we're hoping to do a presentation. And in that presentation, we're hoping to show our product. In other words, we're going to do a little demo. And what we're hoping is that the client will probably want to do a trial. In other words, they'll want to use the actual product, put it out in the field and trial it. After that, let's say 30 days, what will probably happen is that they'll approve it, because that's what we're hoping for, the big A for approval. And then they're going to look at our pricing. And then if they love the pricing, they love the product, guess what? We're going to close the deal. This is the sales process right here for a B2B type business. Now, what's interesting about this process is that there's many ways you can actually lose or win the sale depending on how you do. Now, we're going to save that for another video. But before I move on, I want to talk about business to consumers. I didn't forget about you guys. Again, it's a similar process, but let's start out with the prospecting, right? That's the first step. And typically, when we're doing a business to consumer type of approach, I'm going to use let's say a pest control company. And typically what they do is they find the right prospects. Then they set up a meeting to go to the house. Again, very similar to B2B. And when they're doing the house, once they arrive at the house, they're going to do an inspection, right? Again, this is a pest control company. Once they finish their inspection, they're going to put together some type of proposal, right? We'll call that proposal, which is really the pricing. And then they're going to try to close the sale and grab the order, right? This right here is a sales process for a B2C type of service business. And you see some similarities between both of them. And one of the things I want to emphasize in this video is that if you don't have a sales process, if you don't have one up here or for a business to consumer, then you're always going to be guessing at selling. And I see this a lot. Many people tell me, Victor, I don't have a sales process. And when they tell me that, that makes me very sad and angry at the same time. So what I want to encourage you to do is to make sure that you do have a sales process. If you want to be able to train new people, you have to have a sales process. If you want to be consistent, you have to have a sales process. On average, people who have a sales process will win, on average, 2 times more deals than those who don't. Okay? And that's a big number right there. That is a huge number, and again, it varies by industry, but it gives you an idea of how critical having a sales process really is. This is Victor Antonio with Back to the Sales Board reminding you, selling ain't hard when you know how. Take care.